The two friendlies will actually help us prepare the team for the COSAFA tournament, as well as the Olympic qualifying games, which are lined up in the I think next month, and then also Africa qualifying games. I'm sure these two games will help us start our preparations for the games ahead of us. Yeah, the two friendlies being on a FIFA calendar, it's actually important that we play, we get good results, because it will help us move, especially on the world ranking. If we do well, I think we'll be maybe in a position to drop from where we are coming down, because we, as far as I'm concerned, we are our ranking on the Africa. I think we need to move to get into the best 5 in Africa, or should I say, we need to be in the top 5 in Africa. And on the world ranking, we also need to move from where we are to somewhere around 50s, because at the moment we are in the 60 something. So that's why it's important that we do well both two games. We need to get a good result. We need to get a good result in the two games that we play. The friendlies that we will play here, we are also looking at some of the new players that we included, although they are very few. But for the COSAFA, we are also sending, we are also picking a team which will consist of local players. Foreign players will not be there, so it's up to them to prove that they can also get a place in the senior national team, which will play the qualifiers, Africa Cup and the Olympics. So the team that will pick to play in COSAFA doesn't mean it's the team that will play the qualifiers. We'll just have to compare the two, the team which is here and the team that will play COSAFA. So then we'll come up with a final team that will play the qualifying games. Anyway, playing Morocco is not the first time we have played them before, but the way they performed at the World Cup, I think these are the teams that the kind of teams that would want to play with when it comes to preparation of the qualifying games, because these are high-profile friendly games, so, or other teams. So I think it's good for our team to play a team like Morocco, because it's actually a very strong team. The first time that we played them, I think we drew 1-1. That was during the WAFCON tournament. But I'm sure this one will be different. These will be different ball games altogether, the two games that we'll play. So we'll see how it goes. But we are not taking these games lightly. Like I said, we want to be serious, so that we come up with a very strong team before we do before we play our qualifying games. The areas that we would want to improve on is, of course, the defense. If you look at the way we played during the World Cup tournament, the first two games we conceded a lot of goals. So this time around, we want to make sure that when it comes to defend, we defend as a team, and our backline should always be solid, so that we don't concede goals like we did during the World Cup. So our main focus will be actually on the defense. Striking, at least we can score 1 or 2 goals. We also scored during the World Cup, which showed that we can, if we can defend well, some of these games we can just be winning because we are also scoring. So it's important that we make sure that our defense is always solid.